Hi everybody, Nancy here. Today I'm going to finally get to the last update, not the one today, but the one from the last couple of weeks. I've been wanting to do something with that. I just haven't. I just haven't. Okay. Anyway, it's what I'm going to talk about is using pop-up notes and external web links. The first one is at the very top of the list of new things, and the external web links is at the very bottom of the list. And it's my favorite, okay? But we do now have a pop-up for notes. If you click on the plus link, now I've got mine on my toolbar there on the very top left, but you could go here and do the same thing. Go to the selection menu and go to operation. No? Oh, there it is, add a link. There wasn't anything there, and it was like, well, heck, where is it? Add a link. And click on function, the arrow to the right. Down at the bottom is pop-up notes. Now, it always gives a caption option. I don't need a caption, so I just get rid of that. And now I do create, and that creates a little shape that is a link. And I'm going to put it on top of something that, let's say I want to say something more about options. Just click on that. Okay, now I get my traveling tool, my Zoom. And let me just tap on it. And see here I can type in some extra notes about whatever this is and do save. Now, I don't usually keep the bounding box. I accidentally hit the size. It got too big. Okay, there it is. Okay. I don't usually keep that, but that's the only way you're going to be able to see it unless you fill the shape. You know, you could do that. But that's the only way you're going to know there's anything there. So now all I have to do is tap on it. And it opens up my notes. All right. That's a cool thing. However, this you can only use text with, okay? Which is probably what most people want anyway, but of course not me, you know. I always want one more thing, okay? And what you can't do is you can't put images or write in it. If you try to write in it, as soon as you tap on one of the pins, it disappears. So that's just good for text, all right? However, we now have the ability to add, watch, this is so cool to me. I've already created external web links, and watch what happens when I click on. If I pick any one of these Bibles or any one of these books up at the top of my screen, I have them, each and every one of them is directed to a map for that book. How cool is that? And it opens up a screen. And what's really neat about it is not only is it still on the web, but I didn't have to take up my hard drive in order to get a map for Esther, okay? I just found a web link that had it, and I put it, and I'll create a link to it in a minute so you can see. But if I usually like to have what I'm going to write on the right side, and this just happens to pop up on the right. So the easiest way, just pull down on it and drag it over to the left, and then you can, you know, slide it in the middle and make it as big or as little as you want. Now I can I'm no longer reading in Esther. I'm going to read in Amos. Click on Amos, and I get a map for Amos. Is that not the coolest thing? That way I'm not using up my hard drive, and I'm still able to see it as I'm reading. I like to know what it looked like when I'm reading about a certain event. So I want it to be able to see all the maps. And that's what every one of these books up at the top links to, a map for that book. And, you know, and if I do decide that I want to include that map in my text, all I have to do is drag and drop it. Now see, that didn't work. However, if I, watch what? If I click on it, hold it down, and I get copy, and then double tap, it puts it there. Now watch, the last time I tried this, it worked. Now if I do this and pull it over, it keeps it. So I don't know what that's about, but either way, because it's right there, I have easy access to it. And think about all the different websites and the things that you could pull into your document. And literally, I'm clicking, it's just this fast. Every time I change one, it just changes the map. Love that. Okay, now, and again, the difference is, this is kind of sort of the same thing as the pop-up, but the problem is I can't write over there because that is a website. But I can pull it in just like I showed you, and write on it if I want to. I can write on it here. Okay, now once I have included the map here on this screen, I can make that into a link, a pop-up. So I just have that selected, then I go to add a link, go to function, and scroll down to pop-up notes. It took it, get rid of the caption, do create, and now when I select on that picture or on that map, I tap on it, I get the pop-up window. So you can combine all these things, and that way I have my picture and I have my text. Now, if I want to write, I'm going to have to write here. If I use the pen, I'd have to write it here. I couldn't write it on the pop-up. But that's how you do that. Heck, I almost forgot to show y'all how to create the web link. So simple. All right, first of all, I'm going to go to, you need to know the link that you want to put. Let me go to a website somewhere. Let's just do this. I'm going to copy this web link to get it on the pasteboard. And then I'm going to go back to ZoomNotes, and I'm going to create a link. Once again, I said earlier that it's at the top left, but when I say that, I mean the top left down here. This is what I'm using right here, this plus link. So I click on that, and I go to web, and I do from pasteboard. And see, that gives the option of an open split screen. That's what you want to toggle on so that you will get the two sides of the screen. I love that feature. I love it. Okay, and we now have that on all of the first four options. The external, the bookmark, the page, and the web all have this open split screen. Now, you don't see it until you put something, you create the action first, and then it will show you the open split screen. Now, the function, it doesn't work that way because it doesn't make sense. But I go ahead and I hit create, and when I click on that, I get my four-way, click on that, and see, well, I guess I'd have to open up, that takes it to that particular link was going to my personal YouTube stuff, and I guess I'd have to log in, and y'all don't get to see that. But if I had picked a different web link, you'd know what I'm talking about. But again, all I have to do, if I want to go to a different book, it automatically, I love that. I'm saving so much space on my PC or my iPad. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Okay, y'all have a good one here. Bye.